especially one from Starbucks.
Right? I mean, I personally, I'm a sucker for like a cheese Danish there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's my jam.
The cheese ones are the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
I tried their, I think it was strawberry or whatever. No, it doesn't hit the same.
Doesn't hit the same?
Plain cheese Danish, bro. It's the best kind.
Yeah. I bought in their green tea lemonade. That's been my jam lately, you know?
Donkey has a matcha latte.
Really?
And it's really good. Highly recommend it.
I'm surprised because, like, Dunkin' is just, like, pure sugar. Like, 90% of the time, whatever you get there.
Not what I order.
Straight coffee, black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With oat milk. And that's it. And that's just because I like nutty flavor in my mouth.
Mm-hmm. You love that nut flavor?
Love that nut flavor.
Oh, dude.
It's better than the taste that was left in my mouth from Backlash.
Okay. I was gonna... I mean, we're gonna get into that. Like, first, let's get some stuff right off the bat out of the way. Because we're probably gonna turn some people off. So, you know, number one, I want to say, you know, rest in power, Sabu.
Yep.
Respect to a legend. You know, you will be missed, 1000%. Love you, man. Number two, please like, comment, share, subscribe to this video, our channel. Link in the description for our merch store. We appreciate it. All the love in the world to you. Yeah, no, Backlash kind of, like, it started good, and then it left a bad taste in my mouth, right? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Start the right off the bat. I gotta say, the opener should have been the closer.
Hard agree, because, well, I feel like there's two matches that could have been solid closers.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
But if you were gonna do like an easy switch, the opener and the closer should have switched on the easy end.
Yeah, on the easy end. I mean, right off the bat, we are opening with Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu, and LA Knight. Probably some of the most over mid-carders they have now, and they're only in the mid-card because they decided, you know what, the main event scene's kind of bloated right now. Let's put you guys here.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm of two minds about that. I feel like this is kind of like weird for Drew to be coming down the card.
Yeah, after the last year he's had, if anybody deserves to move up to the main event scene, it's Drew McIntyre. Without a doubt, right? Like, the dude's put in the work.
I mean, the dude was going after the heavyweight belt last year. Like,
yeah. He held it at WrestleMania for about a minute, a cup of coffee.
Technically true.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But, like, why is he going down two belts? A belt, depending on how you look at it.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. The only sort of grace I'll give them for this is because they've heated up this feud with Priest. You know? Like, initially, there wasn't much meat on the bone, but then they built on it and, you know, telling the story of, like, no, Priest is the reason that Drew's in the position he is because he's continually screwed him over. So, they made sense out of the arc, at least. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Well, that was my next one, was Priest, to me, is also a main event guy, not a mid-carder.
Absolutely. I mean,
I know some people disagree with that, but
no, fuck that. You do a show in Puerto Rico and you try and tell me that Damian Priest is not the most over motherfucker in the building, and I will tell you are lying.
Right.
It's insane.
The dude has riz for days. Now, mind you, he had some flops there when holding the belt and everything. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
But this is another example of someone going after and holding the heavyweight championship belt, and then now going after the U.S. championship belt.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
I don't know.
It's very clear that certain people are given priority. We've known this. It's always been a thing. It's just we're at a stage with WWE now where like so many people are doing so well that it's impossible to get them all like their spot in the card that they deserve. There's a plethora of choice, and you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. You know?
You are right. The roster, and I hate to even say it, is bloated. Even with the releases.
Yeah, it's stacked.
Because a lot of people who were released shouldn't have been released, but at the same time, with how many people you have on, how do you make time for them all?
Tag teams.
Other than starting more shows. That too, yeah.
Yeah, let's get some attention on the tag team division. There's 0 in the women's right now. Like, is there any action happening there? I mean, they've been seated on Liv and Raquel again. Liv's not even here. She's filming the movie.
Not only that, but 2 of the releases was a tag team.
Yeah, right there.
A women's tag team at that.
Yeah, it's insane.
So,
but anyway, we're diverging off of Backlash already because we're just...
yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway.
Happy belated Mother's Day to everyone watching.
Yeah.
Even if you're a dad, happy Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the cat moms and cat dads and puppy dads and puppy moms. All of them.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But U.S. title.
Yeah, let's go back to the match.
Yes. Because this was everything. It over-delivered, you know? They did everything that they needed it to do, and then they took it to the next level. And it fucking ruled. No time to breathe on any of this. This fucker was a sprint from the word jump. I'm looking at the actual time here. It was an 18-minute match. Didn't
Would
feel
you
like
say that this was all gas and no brakes?
That is exactly what I would say. That is what Jacob Fatu would say. That would everybody in the orbit of Jacob Fatu would say. And we also had the surprise appearance of Jeff Cobb making his debut.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah. Apparently, people from Guam are now part of the bloodline too, because he's not even close to that family at all. But he's Polynesian, so that's something. Or is he from... He's got Filipino heritage? I'm not entirely sure. I know he was in the Olympics for Guam. I know that.
I feel kind of bad for saying this, but when I saw him at first, I was like, oh, Timu Jacob Fatu.
Okay. They do have some history going back some days here. And for people that aren't familiar with Jeff Cobb, even though he's made sporadic appearances for AEW in the past, when you see that beast of a man, that boulder with arms and legs, I can't remember what's it, Golem, the Pokemon that he's built like? Yeah. When you see that sumbitch do a standing moonsault, you're gonna know, like, I have to pay attention to him, you know? I don't know if they're going to tone him down for WWE, because they tend to do that with the bigger guys. But it's definitely like, oh, this is where, Bronson Reed was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like that's who he's replacing.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, because, like, the storyline we were getting with Bronson, I think, would have inevitably led to a great rivalry between him and Fatu.
Oh, yeah.
But what we got at the end of the day, though, was basically did you watch the Invincible special episode for Adam Eve?
Yeah.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
You remember how Eve was 1 and then there was 2 and 3 and 4? Mm-hmm. If Jacob Fatu is 1, that dude's 3.
For now,
he's not even 2. He's 3.
Give him some time, because this is his debut, and if anything, WWE this year has been taking care of the people they've been bringing in somewhat decently. I mean, Penta, fantastic. Ray Phoenix, not so much yet, but he's getting there.
Well, with with that storyline with Escobar now,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's starting to go places.
Hey, they're doing something with Santos and Luis Garza for the first time in what feels like forever, so I'm happy for them.
Same.
You know, it's something for them to do other than be in the background and occasionally fuck up Rey Mysterio's day, you know?
Yeah. Which, you know, they don't need to do that anymore because there's a new Best Mysterio out there, Alex.
Oh, hell yeah. Jesus. I fucking love him.
Even though that's not really the next one that pops up, but you know.
Yeah, he's in there.
He's in there.
Next, we had the women's intercontinental title match. Lyra defended against Becky.
Alex, we didn't actually bring up the match at all. The first one, we didn't say anything about it.
No, because it's too much to keep up with. They were doing fucking everything and the kitchen sink in that match. I mean, my God, the bump that Drew took on the outside with that South of Heaven through the tables and his head fucking connected with the concrete out there was nasty as fuck. But he's reportedly fine. Although I did read that maybe Damian Priest has lost a tooth. But
are you talking about from the Hurricanrana moment?
Yeah. But
Damian Priest doing a Hurricanrana on the Fatu?
Yeah. Reportedly, everybody's in decent health. Nobody's hurt.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match was crazy. Literally, it's hard to actually like pinpoint specific moments because there was almost always 2 to 3 things happening at once. Like, the whole time.
They made the chaos of a fatal 4-way work, where historically, it has been like, oh, one guy takes out another guy, and then it just focuses on 2 guys in the ring, and then, somebody trades out, and that blah, blah, blah. No, everybody was consistently having something to do in this match, and that's the best you can hope for in these multi-mans, because it keeps it just that much more chaotic and that much more interesting, and that sells the idea of it being like anything can happen. You can believe that Jacob Fatu can lose his belt in a situation like that.
And it did feel that way.
Yeah.
It didn't really feel like Fatu was the one that going to walk away on top. There was times where it really felt like Priest might actually walk away with it. And Drew.
And LA Knight.
Oh, God, the Rampage in the beginning he did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean,
it was a great...
Dude, all these guys just deserve all the flowers. But my God, Jacob Fatu, fucking over as you can get, right? Like, there's no stopping this man. Like, the second they get this belt off of him, he's got to be headed towards the main event immediately after that, which is why I'm assuming they're going to put him on a long run with this, because they don't want to put him anywhere near, Cena at this point.
Yeah, because he would destroy him. Oh, God.
Oh, God, he'd make him look like
nobody would believe Cena winning.
Like, even with the fucking finishes. God.
God.
Anyway.
Yes, but Fatu did retain.
Yes.
So we get to see a longer title run with him for the moment. But I agree. I believe once the belt's off of him, he's like Braun Breaker. He's just going to shoot up.
He's destined for the main event. Like this, him, Braun, and like a handful of other guys, they are like clearly the future of what this company is going to run with, deservedly so. Because this is like, if anything, we've learned from like the Triple H handover with how this company's creative is run. It's all about actual who is over and who can put in the work and who will it's not like I am picking favorites and I am choosing who the fans are going to support, like the Vince era. Like, they'll cheer for Roman Reigns, by God fucking damn it, or they won't get anything at all,
I love how he's always the example too, because like he's the most recent one that they did that with when Vince was still in control. Where they really shoved him down our throats, like real hard, without consent.
There was never any consent with Vince. You know it.
There was never any. There's a running theme. It's a running theme.
I don't know exactly what they're going to do in the fallout from this with Jacob Fatu, Solo, and Jeff Cobb. Because in my wish list of what they're going to do is going to be Solo being like, no, I brought in Jeff Cobb to provide, backup. I mean, the Tongas are out, so, we need a bit more muscle on our side. But in reality, it's because Solo has no control over Jacob Fatu anymore, and he's calling the shots. And so he's like, I need somebody I can boss around, fuck, or else I'm dead.
I kind of agree. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do feel like Solo has no control over this anymore, but he feels like he does and doesn't realize it yet.
Yeah. But
I'm excited to see Fatu just destroy Solo one of these days.
It's in the future, just depending on when they want to pull the trigger on that. But also, like, in my head, I want this plan to backfire on Solo, and for it to end up being like, no, Jacob Fatu is just that awesome that Jeff Cobb's like, no, I'm with him.
I mean, hell, he's a heel, and everybody's cheering for him. So,
yeah,
if Jeff was smart, he'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this guy.
Yeah, running theme in WWE right now is a lot of heels that the crowd just loves too much, so they're just faces in waiting.
Rhea as well. Rhea's like meant to be more like a heel type, like a whiny heel, and yet everybody's still cheering for her.
Yeah, and even that they've walked back like almost immediately on, because she's got Io's back when she's stateside, at least. She couldn't do much from Australia, unfortunately.
No, she was too busy doing interviews.
Too busy doing interviews and spending 2.5 hours in the gym at 5 a.m. Jesus, you see that one?
I did.
Yeah, goddamn.
I did.
It's a beast.
Just freaking crazy.
But one thing I will say, I mean, Backlash being like a B-level pay-per-view, it was nice that we didn't get too long before we got to an actual wrestling match. The entrances were pretty long, the build-up was a little long, but it didn't feel as bloated as a lot of the PLEs have felt.
Yeah, so I do want to say it felt like there was less commercial breaks.
Yeah.
But the commercial breaks we got were long as hell.
Oh, fuck yeah, they
none of them had a timer for me. Like, not a single one. I don't know. It was so long. I went and did things in between matches.
I had a feeling that it was going to be like that, so I totally waited for the show to be over and then just started from the beginning and skipped over commercials. I totally did it.
Oh,
I'm unapologetic about that. Yeah. Hey, it was 2.5 hour long PLE, technically, with 2 sub 20-minute matches, 1 under 10 minutes, 1 under 15, and almost a 30-minute match. So.
And like 2.5 hours of pre-show.
I'm not doing the pre-show on this. I'm not doing any of the pre-shows for a while, unless I hear something that I have to see. But
you know what? Something
it's a rarity.
That what everybody does need to see, though, Alex?
The women's IC match.
The women's IC match.
Hell yeah, dude! Fucking big time Bex, the man. Showing up, showing out, and making Lyra Valkyria look like a fucking star.
Dude, Lyra, man, she went out there guns blazing, and no joke, there were times where I was like, because I walked into this PLE thinking like Lyra's retaining no matter what. It'd be too early to take the belt off her. But as that match went along, I started to second guess that.
That's all you need. You just need that 10% of doubt to work with, and they can turn that into gold, man.
They did, man. Like, there were definitely moments where I was like, "Oh, Becky's taking this." The manhandle slam like 3 times. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, like
but Lyra kept getting back up.
Yeah, she looked so goddamn good out there. The only thing that like I didn't quite hit with me was kind of the finish with the exposed turnbuckle. Lyra taking the hit to the middle turnbuckle instead. And then, like, the thumb to the eye, and then I'm not sure what exactly happened with her nose, but Cole saying, like, she might have broken her nose and she was holding her face during the final pinfall.
I think that was when Becky went to punch her, and she actually, I think she ended up actually elbowing her in the nose.
I thought she was going for, like, a thumb to the eye or something like that. It wasn't.
It could have been.
It might have been the camera angles. It looked a little bit off, but, like, it was a bit like I was concerned in the like beginning portion of this match where it took them a while to kind of get warmed up. It seemed like, you know, like they're still feeling each other out, and then they found the synergy, and then they started making magic happen. You know.
Yeah, I was talking with Christina about this while we were watching. Like, one of my, like, I don't really have many complaints about Lyra in general, but one of my few is that some of her moves, they're too slow. And I felt like that was more noticeable in the beginning when they were both kind of like easing into this. Less noticeable near the end. But yeah, like it always seems to be the case that like a few of her moves, it takes too long to set up. And it's not believable sometimes when it takes too long.
Sometimes, yeah. There's very rare cases where a convoluted setup works. Like, the best example ever of it is Kenny Omega's One Winged Angel. Because you have it's a guaranteed kill shot. You know, nobody ever kicks out of it. So you have that long kind of setup, convoluted build up for it, because that gives the opportunity for somebody to get out of it. That gives you more opportunities to kind of tease it, and you know, it makes more sense. Like you have to put in all the work in order to pull it off, that you get the benefit of it being an absolute win, you know.
Oh yeah, like how the sharpshooter tends to be, where
when it's
if you don't get out of it, yeah, when it actually looks good. But yeah,
looking at you, Dwayne.
If you're flipped, dude, it's over. But if you ain't flipped over, it ain't done yet.
Right in the middle of the ring. How'd you feel about the immediate post match with Becky immediately getting out of that cover and then going straight for her disarmer and just wrenching it, you know?
Yeah, I liked it. I because if they don't want this feud to be over, this is a way to do it. And I feel like at the end of the day, they're just using Becky to help solidify this belt, not Lyra. Lyra, in my opinion, is solidified as the champ. Like, she doesn't have to, you know, prove herself. In my opinion, like, she's done enough in that sense. Obviously, she still has to defend and everything and put out a great show. But in the sense of like, did she earn it? I say yes, and I think Becky's to help make other people realize that.
Yeah, 1000%. I could not agree more. I also saw a comment online post-match about this where somebody crossed out Workhorse and made it Workbird title. I'm like, yeah. Let's christen that. Let's make that a thing. Put that in a sign. Put that in the crowd. You know, the next time she's out there, you know.
She's got to come out with them bird wings again, then.
Yeah, God, they need a different setup for those bird wings, because her holding her arms up like that. It just screams Always Sunny, right? Yeah. I was like, come on, D. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Stomp, clap. Stomp, stomp, clap. Stop, clap.
Oh, yeah. And Becky, she was like, "Is this your woman?" To Lyra's fiance or whatever.
Yeah, in the crowd. He was in the front row. That was good. Like, that's where Becky's always been the strongest, probably, is in the little moments like that, you know. Thought it was fantastic on Raw when she came out to address the crowd, and was just talking about Bayley, and it's like, I took out the garbage. Why are you upset? I was doing a chore. I was cleaning up. I was taking out the garbage.
Do you yell at your significant other when they do the dishes?
Yeah. And then she also had oh God, what was it? I think it was an interview on like the radio or somebody's podcast or somebody like that, where she was talking about like, yeah, maybe, you know, Bayley will have to spend $100 a month to text her best friend now. Just
that's right, on the app or whatever.
Just they're little things that she just does so well, you know.
I love it. I gotta say, it lit a fire in Lyra, because Lyra started playing dirty back after that. That's when we saw Lyra actually go for the eye poke and everything too. It was like, I'll tit for tat for you now.
Yeah. God,
it was great.
They're doing really good work with everybody in the mid card, building them up right now.
Yeah.
And like the ones that get highlighted, like, God, that's so much good work there.
And I feel like it doesn't feel forced with the women's storylines at all. With what we got going on for the most part, the only one that I feel like I have any sense of like it being forced on our throats is the Nia stuff with Tiffany, but
yeah,
another day.
Yeah, that's the anime hot springs filler episode for her, you know.
Yeah, it's like Naruto episodes like 938 through 994.
God, why don't we have a wrestler that runs with her arms back like that? Why don't we have that?
If Nathan Frazier was any skinnier, he wouldn't have a choice when he hits the ropes because he wouldn't be able to hold them forward.
He's so damn fast. Oh,
God.
All right, let's move on because we also have the men's IC title, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Penta. Kind of surprised about this one, honestly.
Yep.
Dirty Dominic putting in fucking work. That suicide dive to a DDT
that was cool.
That was fucking cool, right?
Yeah, that was cool. I really like that. I don't know. I like this match overall.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was still missing something. Yeah.
Like
it needed something more. Like
it didn't feel like the motivation is there for Chad Gable. I'm sorry, El Grande Americano to actually interfere in this. You know, I don't feel like it makes a lot of sense because it's not like they've teased El Grande Americano going for the IC title or Chad Gable working more with the Judgment Day. Like there hasn't been enough kind of like foundation work there for it to make sense.
Yeah, the only sense I could try and make of it last night when watching it was the fact that he went after Ray Phoenix initially.
Yeah.
So now he's going after his brother. Like it feels like it's a way to unite these two and get the Lucha Brothers back.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that because Penta they've done great work with. Ray, not so much, but they did give him, you know, his WrestleMania debut, so you know that was something there. But like, it would have made more sense for somebody like AJ Styles to work with Finn, just because they've been interacting more recently, and to tease more of like that split with the Judgment Day and Finn turning against, you know, Dom and whatnot. That there's something more that they could be tying these threads together that just isn't there.
I still think Finn's gonna leave Judgment Day, and I feel like it'll happen when it happens. It's gonna be when he screws Dom over and Dom loses the belt.
Yeah.
Because right now he's at least playing the part of being on Dom's side, but there's always these cheeky little looks and such that he does. That makes you
moments.
know. Yeah. And we don't have that with El Grande Americano with any of this, other than like the Ray Phoenix thing that I tried to link to it. It's like the only strand I can get for this. Otherwise, I don't know why it happened.
I mean, more than anything, El Grande Americano just feels like kind of like a joke on luchadors that I will. My only hope is this is building towards when they go, you know, with the, you know, AAA show in Mexico, and that is going to lead to him being unmasked at that show. You know?
That makes sense. That does. Mainly because they've already, like, shown AAA that they are the superior one and everything with the initial buyout. Especially with how they talked about it, and then had one of their veterans lose to El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
In their WrestleMania debut.
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix.
Hey, but Vikingo got a kick in there.
Yeah, sure. Sure, he did.
They're getting paid, and they've had a rough 2 years.
Yes.
So, like, just as long as these guys are collecting paychecks and are okay with what they're doing, it's fine, right?
Yeah, it's just like you would think that when Vince went out the door, some practices would have gone with it.
No, dude, they're fucking they're
no.
vultures. They're gonna scavenge up everything. Like they already destroyed, you know, the UK scene however many years ago. Mexico's next. It's what's gonna happen. I mean, CML might hang on and be like a life raft out there, but it's a tough one. It could go either way.
And honest to God, it only feels like that way to me because them pairing up with AEW.
Yeah.
Like, just having a good relationship with each other.
Oh, God.
Which, to me, is like the way forward. So.
Yeah, well, time will tell. Unfortunately, it'll probably be bad.
Yeah, true. True.
But
yeah,
anyway,
we're just negative Nancy's today.
I know, right? Let's talk positively because I think there is a future in a face Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and all it is literally just acknowledging that he's getting cheered, but he still keeps doing the exact same shit. He's still just like pulling that Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero vibe of like cheating and stealing and lying and just rolling with it, because I think they've got Dom figured out finally, you know?
Yeah, I think he's one of those where like you could, like when you're looking at it on paper, it's a face or a heel run. Depending on where it is. I think no matter what, though, when you actually watch it, it's just a Dom run.
Yeah.
This is how Dom is. He's going to tell you he's the best. He's going to eat his tendies. And he's going to, you know, maybe bust out a move from his girlfriend or two.
Yeah. The Oblivion. Yeah. Here's the best way we can kind of like timeline this. This is the Star Trek Next Generation Riker growing the beard. When Dirty Dominic Mysterio grew that mustache, he transformed and became the greatest luchador of all time.
That's his mask. If you shave the mustache off, he loses his lucha powers.
Yeah, like Samson from the Bible, right?
Yeah.
That's his
yeah,
name.
or Black Samson from Invincible. Title card.
Work that into as many episodes as possible.
God, so funny.
Yeah.
I you know, overall, like, if they didn't have the El Grande Americano, I think this would have been like a 4.5 star for me.
Yeah.
But
the whole point
having
was
him in
really,
there, man, it just annoys me.
Yeah, but the whole point of it was like they didn't want Penta to lose clean. And that makes sense.
I get that, but have him like not lose clean with what they were kind of showing they were going to do with Finn and them hitting him with a chair.
Yeah. Like just
like
more creativity out of these fucky ass finishes, you know?
Yeah. I mean, granted, it was not a DQ.
No.
This was technically a quote unquote clean victory for Dom.
On the official record,
He got
sure.
a pin. Yeah.
No
he got a
asterisks.
pin. Yep.
Only in our hearts.
Which makes him better than Big E.
Oh no, not Big E. He just got engaged, bro.
Well, you know, sometimes it's got to be said, Alex. Like whether it be 10 minutes after your victory, 30 minutes after your victory, you gotta let people know you're the best.
Yeah, he is putting in such great work outside of the ring, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, I love when he shows
I like
up
that
on the post show.
I like that he switched to I'm the best Mysterio now.
Yeah.
I love it.
God. I'm a little bit worried that they're going to do something with one of the NXT call-ups and Dom to build a storyline of a wedge between him and Liv. And it's not going to hit the same, but I hope it does. You know, like I want that to be like the ongoing thing with Dom is just like, you know, his woman is out of sight and just like slowly over time, somebody else weasels their way in and just like, you're coming with me now. Just like he has this weird magnetism.
Stephanie Vakir.
Yeah.
Vakir. That would be a perfect one.
Either her or Roxanne Perez.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
feed him tendies.
It's the gateway to his heart through his stomach with tendies.
it'll be both of them actually. One of them fanning him.
Yeah.
With a giant tendy.
Yeah.
And then the other one feeding him tendies.
Oh,
regular
okay.
sized.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the one is fanning him with the chicken tendies and the other one is feeding him a palm frond. You need your greens. You need your greens.
You need your greens. You can't just have tendies.
Oh. Okay, let's
Start
get
making
to
him eat grass.
Yeah. Let's get to something fucking depressing, and that was the Gunther versus Pat match. Look,
oh my boy. My boy.
Gunther, all the credit to you for doing like all the work here and doing your best to make Pat look like not a complete fucking joke being blown up after 2 minutes. But I'll give the creative department credit for getting the emotions right and the crowd for being on Pat's side and just loving the shit out of him. But Pat, man, like there was kid gloves on you that entire time. I don't care how much you sell it. I see your chest. It's barely pink. I know Gunther can land some fucking chops, and he took it easy on you. He took it way easy on you.
I cheered Pat on the whole time. And me, you know me. I like me and Pat don't always get along because it's unnerving watching those eyebrows appear and disappear over and over. But man, my boy, you got to give him credit, man. He went in there.
Yeah.
He did the work.
He did.
He showed us like one of the weakest chops in American history.
Oh yeah. He tripped on the rope.
Yep. He did.
Yeah.
But he did do some good stuff. He did the what was it, the backflip off of the top rope.
Yeah.
What else did he do?
He did a lot of punt kicks.
Oh yeah, he did some punt kicks. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But never pulled out a football though.
No, he didn't.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still, up until the end, thought Pat was gonna win, and I kind of called what was gonna happen to some degree.
Yeah, with Cole.
Cole did interfere.
Yeah.
Just not in the way that I expected him to. I thought he was gonna man up and just go after Gunther, but no, he pleaded instead, like, please, just pin my boy. Stop this torture.
Look, this was the epitome of being sports entertained, and it's unfortunate that the best wrestler that you have on your brand right now is doing the sports entertained match, you know?
Yeah, I feel like this would have been better served with someone else, like probably Drew.
Yeah.
Because with Drew, it wouldn't be the match that we got. Drew would have literally just screwed with him the whole time. Yeah,
there was definitely some moments though where Gunther was fucking corpsing in the ring and just that he couldn't help himself. He was laughing his ass off. Yeah. Look,
but Drew would have made a mockery of the situation.
He would have had fun with it.
Yeah, and what we got though was still fun. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say it was a 5-star or nothing, but I mean, Pat stepped up. He went 10 toes to the ground.
He did.
You know, like he put in the work, man. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, it was Pat who came out on top of this.
Nah, dude, come on. Like they gave Pat a lot in this, but Gunther kicking out when he's being pinned and Cole is holding his feet down still and just getting right back up. Like, no, Gunther's a fucking monster and there's no stopping him in the best way coming out of this. Like, the only thing that, like, if I'm booking this, I shave off 2 minutes right off the bat.
Okay.
Shave off 2 minutes and, hey, Pat, you're taking some real fucking chops and we're going to blade your tits because you're going to bleed like a fucking pig. And that's how you get this to where it needs to be.
I think if you go that route, then Pat has to win in the end. You have to get it so that Pat gets a surprise headlock, completely taking Gunther by surprise, and he ends up tapping.
You get there by Michael Cole low blowing Gunther before the choke out.
Yes!
That's how you get there.
Yes! And we, not gonna lie, we kind of almost got to that point in this match, actually.
Yeah.
Pat did one of the weakest chokeholds I've ever seen in my life. One of the weakest headlocks. Like, Gunther's, like, reversal was just him turning his head.
Dude, when Gunther had Pat in the fucking sleeper hold, and Pat is doing his Hulk out, shake his fist, and then elbow, that was the worst moment in the match for me, okay? Bar none.
I love that moment.
It was, dude, it was just there was too much space. There was too much space for it. Like I said, you need to shave off 2 minutes of this fucking match and tighten this shit down.
This is why I loved it, though. Because I was just like, Pat is out there living his fucking dream right
He
now.
is. I'll give Pat fucking credit for popping the top off and getting his fucking chest out there, okay?
Dude.
You know, I was worried he was going to wrestle in the shirt the whole time.
I was really hoping that when they introduced him when he came out, they were going to say that Colts guy.
That dude from his show.
Oh man, but yeah, no, I honestly, I gotta give him credit. I gotta give Cole credit too, because like, yes, this was not like a match.
No, but the drama
this
was there.
good. Yes, this was good storytelling at the end of the day. And you know what? Gunther respects McAfee a little bit more.
A little bit more. Yeah, not enough to actually shake his hand, just to do a gesture.
like he's gonna do it and then fake him out. But yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think if they went for the actual handshake, Gunther should have pulled him in Tyson, put him in our sleeper.
Oh god, or just give him the biggest freaking bear hug.
Oh yeah, and like lift him off his feet and swing him around a little bit.
Yeah. And then Cole comes in and just fucking slices his throat.
Oh god. I
mean, it felt like Cole was going to do that for a bit.
It did. You know, when he popped his jacket off, he's just like, all right, getting serious.
Pulled the tie.
Yeah. End the damn match. Oh. And he kept going back and forth of like, just pin him. Just pin him. Oh, wait, Pat, you can do it, Pat. You can do it. No, just pin him. Just pin him. End this. They should give him a towel to throw in.
For real. Like, you want to know how I know that those two are actually best friends in real life?
Yeah.
They did their super secret handshake on the TV screen, and they did it perfectly.
Yeah. Oh.
I literally turned to Christine. I'm like, they're actually best friends in real life.
Yeah,
like they literally are.
My only advice to Pat is, next time you're gonna be in the ring, take it easy on the weed, like 2 to 3 days beforehand. Work on your cardio a little bit. Like, don't get blazed 5 minutes before ring time.
Well, I mean, Jey Uso is the world heavyweight champ. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Let's not try and say that Jey Uso is the paragon of in-ring ability on this podcast, okay?
Well, I mean, everybody likes to say he only knows like 2 or 3 moves. We saw 6, like, at WrestleMania.
We did.
That's
and,
double the number that they said.
Let's give him credit on that fucking Seth match too. Because they put together something that was really special there.
I actually really enjoyed that match.
Yeah, that one had me hooked. I was seated for it. I believed everything in there. They did such a great job.
There was such a long period of time where I was like, they can't seriously take the belt off of him this quickly. That's not fair.
And
like,
then
you can't do
match,
that.
You're like, it could happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
Beautiful.
was like, no. And then he actually overcame. I was like, yes.
By DQ.
Oh. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. You
is
take what you can get. You take what you can get.
Yeah, speaking of taking what you can get, main event, John Cena, Randy Orton, hitting all the classics, and then beating the shit out of referees. You want a refund?
Yeah, I want a refund.
I have one question. Where the fuck was Charles Robinson when there was 2 referees down?
Thank you.
You want somebody to do a tight 3 count, you call in Charles Robinson.
I expected him to come out as soon as I saw a ref was coming out. I was surprised he wasn't the one coming out the first time. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Come on!"
Yeah.
This match, I'm glad to see Randy and John face off again.
Yeah.
That part was nice. This was anyone's game to win, and even without maybe walking away with a belt, I think Randy came out on top on this one. Yes, John retained, but I think they have a setup now, and if they want to do it for that, what we had talked about last week with that like long-term rivalry between the two, where in Cena's like final match, Orton overcomes him and takes the belt off him, and we get an Orton run.
Or just after the match, fucking Orton rolls in with the Money in the Bank briefcase and just RKO's John, and is like, "It's mine now, bitch."
Dude, because like Randy was the star of this match, man.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like when it comes to like storytelling wise, yes, John was great still, because John has a way of being able to kind of emote things better nowadays. But man, goddamn, I thought Randy was actually going to take it for a little bit. I was like, you're going to let Randy beat the shit out of him this much, and you're going to let him just keep fucking stomping him?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of smoke and mirrors in this match. A lot of smoke and mirrors. A lot of heavy lifting from Randy here. It is what it is. That being said, fucking A, John, I know you haven't spent a lot of time in the ring these past couple of years, but for fuck's sake, at least turn away from the camera when you're calling spots in the ring. We know that the cheap seats can hear you in the arena, but at least try and trick the crowd that's watching on TV at home. Come on, dude, get some practice in. There's the camera. Avoid the hard cam at least when you're doing this shit. Cover your mouth, for fuck's sake.
So we went to see Christina's mom for Mother's Day today.
Yeah.
For everyone watching or listening, we're recording this Mother's Day night, like late at night.
Yeah.
We're all, we're so dedicated that we knew we still had to get it done.
We were so dedicated, had to get it done, and we had to spend time with mothers and be wholesome, good human beings to get some of the vinegar that's in our system from this show out of us.
Yes.
It was a healing journey.
That being said, when we went to go see Christina's mother today, we ended up watching that match again.
Oh.
And Christina's mom noticed that John Cena likes to talk in the ring.
A lot.
So then we were explaining to her how Big Match John likes to call his shots, and you can be outside of the fucking arena and still hear him. This freaking guy. It's so funny too, because you'd think by now he would know. Like he has to be doing it on purpose.
He is doing it on purpose. He's stated in interviews in the past, he don't give a fuck. He just don't. He's like, I don't care. I'm doing this because this is how I can, operate at my best level. And this is just how I know how to work. It's no changing me now, okay?
God, serious. Hey, I'm getting eaten alive by my dog.
Maya. Troublemaker.
For real. But I felt like we're getting the same thing out of John with this, where like fucking give zero shits, but actually give all the shits for the wrong things.
Yeah.
You're on camera now. You're on camera. You can't bite dad anymore.
Yeah, you have to deal with it.
Yeah, law enforcement will get you. Ice. Paw Patrol. Yeah, oh God, you don't want ice. You trust me, you prefer Paw Patrol. They're less likely to shoot.
Oh, that's unfortunately true.
It's not zero.
It's never zero. When you're
it's
dealing
never
with any
zero.
sort of law enforcement. All right. I do want to give some thoughts on the actual match itself.
Yes.
Lots of just like them playing the hits. This was like kind of like fan service for, Randy and, Cena stands. Like the people that have followed their rivalry over the years. This is just them hitting all the notes that they know they're going to hit. There was fucking a billion RKOs. Great use of a table spot after the botch on the announce desk that fell apart after he hit it.
I love that though.
Yeah.
That's not their fault. That's them. That's management fucking paying for some 3D printed stupid fucking table that take piece together like fucking Legos. Like that thing's not gonna just break. Like the old one exploded, but at least you knew when it exploded out, you were landing flat. Like this was not a guarantee. Most of these fuckers are rolling off this thing, man.
These fuckers need to send this shit back to R&D and do a bit of testing before they put it out on live TV. It's just gimmick it a little bit, you know? I want to be tricked. I don't mind if it falls apart and explodes whenever somebody comes into contact with it now. You've already proven it can break. Let's go. Like, if it's gonna break, cue it up properly, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. and you know what? While we're at it, while we're asking for things, can we get some fucking Power Ranger sparks coming off that thing?
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah, let's get some pyro attached to it. That'd be sweet.
Dude. Imagine like someone getting thrown onto it and just sparks fly as it breaks.
Another thing I really got to put over was these fucking ref spots, because they fucking laid those in thick. John was not really working snug on the night. He was working a little loose, in my opinion.
A little bit.
A lot of his stuff looked pretty weak. Randy looked phenomenal out there. My God, the counter from the AA into the RKO.
To the RKO.
But
I've been waiting for that.
Yeah, but it turned into like a combination of the two, where it looked
where they both got injured from it.
Yeah, perfect. No notes.
Dude, great spot. Great spot in the match. Like, honestly, that was a defining moment in the match for me.
Yeah.
It really showed that Randy deserves to have that fucking belt on him, man. Like, the dude is still innovating, and he's been in the game for how many years?
And it's a callback to one of their previous matches where they did that spot through a table.
Yes.
It's
goddamn. Like Randy literally carried this fucking match on his back. Like, okay, I need to ask you this. Ooh, you made me bleed, you butt. I'm gonna call Paw Patrol.
Dude,
don't please.
Don't be a bootlicker.
She has a future. John Cena poked Randy in the eye.
Yeah.
Right? Did an eye poke. And while I think obviously that was meant to be a spot, I think he actually poked Randy in the eye, because then Randy did it back. And I'm thinking like, oh, this is still just a spot. But then Randy gets up on the rope and he looks down at John and he's like, what the fuck? You really got me in the eye.
It was still within total character for, Mr. Randall Keith Orton.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not in character. What I'm saying is I feel like Randy was like, you know what? You poked me in the eye for real. I'm poking you in the eye for real.
It felt like good,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
better than the KO match with him. Where he got taken out. And that's unfortunate, because this match still could have been way better had John tried.
I don't know if Randy's back hurts more from carrying this match or doing a billion RKOs.
God, seriously. And not only that, his RKOs look good this night too. The only AA that actually looked good was that AA that got turned into an AARKO.
Yeah.
An RKO.
I like that. Let's keep that. Around. Dude, this headline of this is Nostalgia Bait the match. That's just what it was. Right?
You're not off base there. Yes, it very much was Nostalgia Bait. Like, we got all the greatest hits, like you said.
Yeah.
I just feel like Randy kept trying new things.
It felt like he put his working boots on, because John came up to him and he's like, here's the deal, man. I've got movie contracts and TV show appearances booked after this run is done. I can't be injured. So, Yeah. Put the pads on. You're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. This is what it is.
I just like. I mean, R-Truth even came out, man. Like, you're gonna bring out all of these heavy hitters to help push Cena over.
How crazy is it that R-Truth is now like a linchpin in the final run of John Cena?
I mean, it should have happened sooner in many respects.
It kind of worked for it happening now, though. Because
I think what makes it work more is the fact that John Cena on camera is like, he doesn't say it outright, but he's basically like, I fucking hate this guy.
No. He had him fucking laughing in the post show. We all saw.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. But you know what I mean, though. Like when he finally got to see him, and he just like, oh god, he walked away the first time.
Yeah. But it's perfectly timed if the original intention was maintained, where Cena doesn't turn till WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know.
True. Yeah. True.
And we're reverting back to what Triple H had in mind before The Rock showed up, because tickets weren't selling for Elimination Chamber and they had to put a little fuel on the fire. That's just what it is. We're getting the plans changed, but now they're getting back to the original plan.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I think it's gonna be Orton, man. I think that's the thing at the end of the day. Like, I feel like this set it up for Orton to have a long-term rivalry that finishes out Cena's career.
Like keep the Legend Killer alive.
Yeah, especially if he is correct and he does have another 10 years in him, because that means he's probably also going to beat Cena's record.
Yeah.
So,
and you know
let's
what?
do it.
If anybody, I'm shocked to say this, thinking back to like 2009, but if anybody deserves it, Orton. The dude has matured, grown, stayed with the company, worked his ass off for however many fucking years, building on the natural talent that he had. Because, I mean, the dude, he had it when he first showed up in WWE and started wrestling. Like, he had it, and then he just built on it. Like, the dude didn't, he was a fucking asshole for a long period of time, but since he's grown and matured, he hasn't really let up. He's put in the work.
Dude, he's when I think of a locker room leader, Orton is one of the very first that come to my mind nowadays.
He's
the way that he is with talent. It doesn't matter if you are just popping out for the first time or you're a legend.
Yeah.
He treats you all the same, and he has a good time while doing it.
He made Matt Riddle tolerable.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. It took a mustache though.
It did. Yeah. He had to go to the Dark Universe Randy Orton in order to get there, but he did it. He
had to get one of his counterparts from a different dimension. Title card.
But okay, so actual finish of the match, we get R-Truth out there to stop Randy from finally getting a punt on TV in what feels like for fucking ever. Oh, Jesus.
There was there was 3 spots in this match prior to this where he went for it, and either Cena moved out of the way, or Cena was already in the moment of getting ready to counter him or what have you. But this one felt like we were about to actually get a punt. Yeah. And then fucking R-Truth comes out. I'm like, God damn it.
It's just they get so close and then they tear it away. And that's kind of why we keep watching, right? This is why they keep us engaged in it, because they know what we want and they hold back on it so we can finally get that fucking payoff. And they're just fucking gooning with a punt kick.
Dude, hardcore gooning. I got edged so close to completion.
You think you know him.
And then freaking I got a big old finger in the butt with R-Truth.
R-Truth, and then a fucking nut shot and a belt shot to put Randy Orton away.
That was actually a good fucking low blow, bro.
A good low blow. It was a good belt shot, but I don't want this to be the ongoing theme with Cena retaining. Get a little bit more creative with it, please. You're finally doing something transgressive with a heel John Cena. Experiment a little bit.
Yeah, because it gives me Judgment Day vibes.
Yeah.
Like there always is someone to help him in some way.
It's Judgment Day and Bloodline all over again, where they're just doing the same finish every time.
Yeah. Like, and I know some people are saying, like, heel Cena's stale. Like, and I get that. I get it because
They're not wrong.
He's very subversive in this version of him.
Yeah.
Which I admit, like, it's kind of grown on me a little bit. In the sense that it makes me want to hate him more. Like,
yeah.
So I got to give it to him on that end. At the very least, he does make me want to hate him.
He does. He's doing that part well, particularly his fucking shoes, which I hate more than anything because they look fucking terrible no matter what color combination he picks, because they're never working with the rest of his gear. It's just, it's not. It's a choice I know he's doing to piss people off, especially people like me.
Yes.
Because it looks
like I
terrible.
want him to come out with some good pumps, man. Like,
where are the Reeboks?
Come out with some
the Reeboks,
dude, and literally pump them up
like you used to.
Yeah. Come out with the chain and everything.
Oh, dude, bring out the "I'm a bad man" music just once for me. Do it,
dude.
It'd be so good. Look,
like we need if they're gonna do like the greatest hits type thing with Cena, then we need Cena coming out dressed in these old styles.
Yeah,
like
bring out the basketball jersey. Do it.
Yeah, shit. I'll even take military bootlegger Cena too.
Yeah,
for a day.
Yeah, cosplay Marine. Bring him out.
Yeah. Oh, and have him come out, and all he talks about is the Marine 1 movie.
Buries the 16 sequels that came out afterwards. And then The Miz comes out to fucking be like, hey, these made, such and such amount of money. I don't fucking care. Whatever. And then he just kicks them in the balls and AAs them. Just do that.
Oh, God. Could you, what if The Miz was the one to take the belt off of him?
If they do that, I'm fucking rioting. I'm rioting.
I would stop watching WWE.
That would be enough. That would be enough. That'd be so terrible. Yep. That's the worst decision ever. I curse you for putting that out in the universe, because now they're probably going to tease it.
Alex, if they had ever put that belt on the Miz, I'm done watching WWE right now.
We are nothing but AEW and New Japan going forward after that.
Yes.
Fuck y'all. Not even TNA.
Not even. Maybe a little bit of CMLL.
Maybe.
But that's just because I like Lucha.
Yeah, I mean, Lucha fucking rules. Come on. It does.
It does. And
yeah.
Y'all took the other 50% of Lucha that I enjoyed.
Did you keep the stream on after the Cut to Black?
No.
I did.
What happened?
There was something that I'm assuming caught a lot of people's eyes that were still watching it. Is probably circulating the internet right now. There was a moment where John Cena, being the pretty decent actor that he is, it seems like he's teasing a face turn. It looked like the emotions got to him. Like, he looked a little glassy-eyed. He looked like there was some regret in there, or maybe like he's conflicted about where his position is in the company now. So it seems like there's a nugget there. It could be something. It could be nothing. But it's wrestling.
Is it kayfabe though, or is that just him breaking through the character because of the moment of being there for one last time?
I don't know. I think he's a professional enough to be able to mask his real emotions when he's got his working gear on. Because we all remember the fucking ECW One Night Stand where he was getting booed like he's never been booed before, and he was just stoic the entire time. Like, it didn't crack him one bit, even when they threw the shirt back at him.
That is literally why we have this version of Cena right now. Is
It
because
is.
of that moment.
Yeah.
Like it was that one.
Yeah.
Every time he talks about how the fans boo him, that's the moment he's talking about.
Yeah, that's his what did they call that in this is in Across the Spider-Verse. His canon moment or whatever. Like the defining moment of John Cena. Like that's heel Cena's birth right there. That's where it just sat inside him like a virus slowly growing over time.
That was the trauma.
Yeah.
God, like, and so basically, Backlash was kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
There was some hits.
Like
There was some hits.
Solid show overall, right?
Yeah.
Like on an average basis, it brought itself to like insanely watchable. Didn't overstay its welcome. Nothing really transgressive that made me hate it. And I do gotta say, I appreciate the production teams working overtime to cut away from Randy Orton taking a sip of Prime and his immediate disgust afterwards. Because the crowd caught that on their phone cameras, and I saw that immediately online. Because I'm like, they did not linger on that. They got away from there real quick.
I am surprised they didn't just put fucking water in that thing and said drink it. Because Prime is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I've only had it a couple times in my life. I've never enjoyed Prime. Whether it was the one that is meant to like be like a Red Bull, or if it's the one that's closer to Gatorade. Both suck.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Oh, yeah.
Real bad.
It's not good.
I seriously though, I was surprised they didn't put actual fucking water in that, because the disgust on his face the moment it fucking touched his tongue. The moment.
Did you see the ring setup crew's bathroom underneath the ring when Randy was looking for a table?
No.
Yeah, there was definitely a piss bottle under there. Unless somebody is mixing, electrolyte powder in their water bottles and leaving it underneath the ring, that was a piss bottle.
What if that's a spit bottle? What if that's a chew bottle?
Oh, maybe, but unlikely. There was a lot of yellow liquid in there.
Well, was there flakes?
Didn't see any flakes.
Then it's definitely a chew bottle, because if it's flaky, then it's piss. Because let me tell you, like everybody else on this planet, my piss is full of flakes.
Really?
Frosted flakes.
Oh, I thought you were just drinking a lot of Goldschlager.
You got me there, Alex.
Got you there.
That was good. That was good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
God. Like, there's probably, there's one other highlight of the week that we should probably touch on, and that is Hulk Hogan saying that he's a big fan of Benjamin Shelton, and Shelton Benjamin immediately being like, "You keep my name out your fucking mouth."
Oh God. That part, that was so funny.
It was great. God, one of the highlights
it needs
of the
to
week.
happen though. Like, why would you defend or be okay with that man praising you?
Fuck no, dude.
Like, if we found out that Hulk Hogan religiously watched our podcast, I feel like I would go out of my way for the entire podcast to tell Hulk Hogan how much of a piece of shit he is.
God,
In which case, actually, just in case, Hulk Hogan, in case you actually are watching, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Hulk
Piece
Hogan.
of shit.
As MVP
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Eloquently put, you pathological lying piece of human excrement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
You know, I'm going to do to you what MJF did to Beaker from Top Flight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like Beaker from the Muppet Show.
Who is in kayfabe canon Sheamus's cousin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not kayfabe. Real life.
Yeah, real life. Yeah.
Real life.
Canon cousin. Yeah.
Canon cousin.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, God.
Did you know that Sheamus is 25% Muppet?
I'm going by that hair. Yeah, I believe it.
especially because it's the same haircut that he's had since like 2008.
God damn, how does he do it?
It's thinning.
Yeah,
It takes less product to keep it up.
you know what? Mad respect for the Celtic Warrior and his YouTube channel and his workouts, because those are some prime entertainment. Yeah. I love those. God.
Dude, and it gives you, it makes you want to work out too. So.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely, they're good hype videos for you. Be like, oh no, dude, I need to hit the fucking gym. I need to lift some heavy shit. And
it's a reminder that no matter how bad your knees are, you can still bend them, because Sheamus's knees are some of the worst knees imaginable, and he bends them somehow.
Somehow, dude. Wrestlers are held together with bubblegum and duct tape.
God, I feel that.
Stem cells, because they got money for it.
Lots of stem cells.
Oh,
we just go to the source.
Yeah. Ooh. One final note about Backlash. Loved R-Truth crashing the post show with Cena, and Cena cracking, and then just picking them up and putting them through the fucking table. That was great. Finally, something happened on the post show for WWE.
I feel like R-Truth, his mission is to always get people to crack no matter what.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That is his mission in life, and I'd live for it.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
Oh.
God, but what did you all think about Backlash, though? Because I want to know. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was a mixed bag like we did? Did you have some thoughts that maybe made your friends not friends with you anymore?
I mean, maybe.
Let us know down in the comments down below.
And please remember, as of recording, this Wednesday, you can find our boy Derek at Dynamite in Chicago for Beach Break, getting to see Samoa Joe and John Cena in a steel cage, getting to see Ricochet take on a one-legged wrestler, and that's going to be something. Jesus.
Yep.
God.
Consensually, though.
Consensually. Yeah. He signed the contract. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. God, what is his name? Jacob Tombley or something like that?
No,
I don't remember the guy's name. That's what. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
God, Jacob Tombley. What a horrible name my brain made up. Right, any of you Jacob Tombleys out there? I am so sorry.
Yeah, so sorry to all of you in, I don't know, fucking Belgium that listened. And your name is Jacob Tombley.
Belgium or Uzbekistan or wherever.
Yeah. Oh God.
Or Wales.
Wales, maybe. You got some family there.
I do. And everybody has too many consonants in their names.
God, what's with the fucking apostrophes?
Anyway. God.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week with, Derek's straight up first-hand account of Dynamite. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that engagement, hit all the buttons, all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time. Only thing left to do is say good night.
Buenas noches, Night Shift.
Good night.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Title card.